Good morning, everyone. Today we will have an article presentation about determinants of innovation in UAE project-based firms. Our research team are myself, Ayeda Ahmed, and Dr. Jamila Maazmi, and we are a pleasure to have this opportunity to share our research and shed some light to our study about the determinants of innovations in UAE project-based firms. During the next 15 minutes, we will be discussing the determinants of innovation in UAE project-based firms. Our agenda for today will cover introductions, literature review, research methodology, results, and conclusion. In the introduction slides, I will cover 6 points, starting with the definitions and importance of innovation. Innovation is the driving force behind growth and advancement, not only in companies but across all aspects of society. It's involved breaking away from traditional methods and embracing new perspective to meet evolving needs. The second point will focus on innovation in UAE. Innovation is not just a global trend, it's a journey that the UAE has embraced totally. Back in 2014, the UAE launched a national strategy with ambitious goal of becoming the most innovative nation with 7 years. This strategy had led to foundations for different sectors to found a new technology, a product and services. Third point that we highlighted in the introduction is innovation in project-based firms. Our focus today narrows down to project-based firms within the UAE. This firm, which includes industries like information technology, consulting, constructions, and engineers, operate with an eye of innovations to drive their projects forward. So, what are the key factors that influence innovation within these project-based firms? Our research has covered several determinants. The questions that we are focused on: what are the main determinants for the successful implementations of innovation in project-based firms within UAE? Our objective in this research are to identify the key determinants of innovation in UAE project-based firms, to analyze the impact of determinants, explore opportunities for improving innovations, to provide informations and recommendations that can be used in marketing discussions related to innovation. A literature review provides a critical analysis of scholarly work and research on specific topics, providing more knowledge and identifying the challenges. This literature review provides a comprehensive overview of peer-reviewed articles that explore the determinants of innovation in different settings. As you can see in this slide, we have reviewed a various perspectives from different authors on more than 26 literature reviews related to determinants such as available resource and leadership skills, research and development, cost control, and risk management, and more, to study various perspectives and identify the key determinants of innovations.
For the research methodology, this study is based on qualitative exploratory research of an informational type. The data gathering methodology used in this study was created and implemented in stages. So, we utilized the shown sequence of the research methodology. First, systematic analysis of the studies on the determinants of innovation has been done. Then we did analysis of the systematic review. Various outcomes were observed in the literature review for identifying the determinants of innovation within UAE project-based firms, which utilized for survey questionnaires later. After that, an online survey questionnaire was distributed to specialized in UAE project-based enterprises with the goal of identifying the primary determinants of innovation in UAE project-based firms. Then all the answers were being analyzed. At the end, a list of innovation determinants for the actuality of the UAE project-based organization was identified and discovered. So for synthesis of the research process were as following. The period considered for the study was between 2005 to 2022, covering more than 26 peer-reviewed articles. In systematic review studies, the inclusion and exclusion criteria were used to check the eligibility for the required article for this study. For example, some of the criteria that were used: peer review papers that were published in English, studies about systematic review and determinants of innovation and determinants of innovation within project-based firms, studies that captured both qualitative and quantitative findings. So the first research cycle examined around 26 titles and abstracts in terms of eligibility and coding. And then 25 papers were pre-selected for more thorough analysis. After thorough content analysis, 19 studies were chosen and their eligibility was assessed. Finally, we end up with a 16 number of articles to study for this research. So as we mentioned, after the study synthesis was finished, 16 papers were chosen for this study investigation. So these are the list of the studies and articles that has been selected for the study. Results and discussion. So this section will provide an overview of the selected sample from the demographic perspective and other results and discussion. So the survey was designed in the format of an online solution where the link has been generated and sent via email and smartphones to 500 estimated randomly selected audience from world-class project-based organization within UAE. And around 51 employees has accepted to participate in the survey, and the same number was validated for further analysis. Based on the literature review, the selected demographic categories were gender, type of organization, job position levels, years of experience, and qualifications. The study population sample demographics summary results are as following. Starting with the gender, as we can see, the female participants were more than the male. So for the female, they were 56.86%, whereas for the male, they were 43.14%. In terms of organizational type, the majority of sample were from public sector with 52.94%, then private with 29.41%, then semi-government with a strength of 15.69%, and then the others. So that's show the public sector were the most participant for the survey. So as you can see from this pie chart about the experience, the most population that participated in this survey were from categories from 11 to 20 years experience, then from 6 to 10 years, after that from 1 to 5 years. And the least participants were from the categories of above 21 years experience. And for the position part, the project employment level were the most participant for this survey with 52.9%, and then coming program and strategy employment level. After that, the project support employment level, and the rest with portfolio and others came in the last category. So for the qualifications part, in first place, the bachelor degree were most popular to participate in this survey, then the master degree holders, and then after that the PhD holders. Finally, others came with 2.9% that participated in this survey. This slide shows the segmentation evaluation of determinant of innovation, where the determinant of innovation in UAE project-based firm were ranked on average basis from the most significant to those with the least significant impact. So this figure shows the average rating of each determinant of innovation based on the survey results, starting with a 9 and ending up with 7.08. This slide shows the importance finding where the determinants of innovation within UAE project-based firms are segmented based on the survey outcomes into 3 segments. First of all, which is the key important determinant, the most significant determinant. This is number 1. Number 2, the moderately significant determinant. After that, the least significant determinant. And accordingly, we provided our conclusion and recommendation as it will be discussed in next coming slides. In sum, this study has successfully achieved its objective, which was to address the innovation determinants within project-based organization in UAE. In conclusion, factors with higher average scores has significant potential influence, while those with lower average has lesser potential influence. The most significant determinants were leadership style, capability, involvement, and motivation. Available resources with skilled people, time, and money, research and development. The second level segmentation determinants includes, for example, repetition and brand image, organizational structure and systems, and action of technological assistance. Factors with lesser impact encompassed recycling practices, reverse logistics, external pressures, firm size, age, and type. Identified determines guide firms aiming to enhance innovation efforts.
A project-based firm should consider the following. Number 1, invest in leadership development program that take care innovative thinking. Number 2, promote a culture of creativity and experiments within the organizations. And finally, align innovative goals with long-term strategic objectives for sustained growth and competitiveness. Moving forward, future plans are suggested as following. Include qualitative methods like interview to gain a deeper understanding of innovation's determinants. Conduct a future study to explore the determinants of innovation across various types of firms, not limited to project-based organizations. And finally, to investigate the innovations management and to check the influence of the project-based context on success factors for development project. At the end, thank you all for your listening.